Lesson 254. Let every voice, but God's, be still in me.
Hi there. Are you ready to take another step toward mastering your thoughts and preparing your mind to hear the only voice worth listening to within? Okay, let's delve into what Lesson 254 has to say.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
Father, today I would but hear your voice. In deepest silence I would come to you, to hear your voice and to receive your word. I have no prayer but this, I come to you to ask you for the truth. And truth is but your will, which I would share with you today. Today we let no ego thoughts direct our words or actions. When such thoughts occur, we quietly step back and look at them, and then we let them go. We do not want what they would bring with them. And so we do not choose to keep them. They are silent now. And in the stillness, hallowed by His love, God speaks to us and tells us of our will, as we have chosen to remember Him.
In other words, these words are powerful. By saying, let every voice but God's be still in me, we're claiming the power within our mind to make exactly that happen. Today's idea involves first silencing all the distracting voices in our heads that lead us astray and sow confusion. Only then can we hear the voice for God. Recall one of our recent lessons.
Lesson 236. I rule my mind, which I alone must rule.
I have a kingdom I must rule. At times, it does not seem I am its king at all. It seems to triumph over me, and tell me what to think, and what to do and feel.
We might admit that in our everyday consciousness, our minds are dominated by arbitrary and unexamined thoughts. Worse yet, we often accept these thoughts without even questioning them. Instead, we let them influence our emotions and decisions. Many of these thoughts may not even originate from us. They might be echoes of our parents, our peers, our environment, or our past.
Lesson 8. My mind is preoccupied with past thoughts.
Lesson 7. I see only the past.
We are the only ones who can bring order to our mental kingdom. Today, we reclaim our authority, aiming to listen only to the voice of God, which speaks the ultimate truth. We approach God, seeking this truth, recognizing that God's will is our will as well.
Lesson 74. There is no will but God's.
Lesson 101. God's will for me is perfect happiness.
Lesson 102. I share God's will for happiness for me.
Of course, we cannot exactly control the thoughts that pop up in our minds, and we shouldn't even try to. Instead, let's just step back, observe these thoughts, and choose not to identify or engage with them. We simply look at them and let them go, recognizing that we don't want what they might bring, and thus, we don't choose to keep them. Remember, we step back and observe. Do not engage or identify with those thoughts. By doing so, we naturally quiet our minds, creating space for peace. In this serene state, we can feel God's love and possibly hear His guiding voice.
Lesson 49. God's voice speaks to me all through the day.
Lesson 106. Let me be still and listen to the truth.
Today, we're simply making an effort to find silence and allow His loving voice to guide us.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
Isn't that just breathtaking? How would it feel to hear the voice of God right now and experience the infinite peace and love that come with it? Remember to practice in the morning and evening and to pause every hour to reflect on today's lesson. Whenever a thought arises that you recognize isn't truly yours, gently remind yourself.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
And let's recall even today that we are navigating the section What is Sin? With today's idea, we see how the concept of sin as an illusion is dissolved by turning inward to hear only God's voice. Sin arises from ego thoughts of separation, but by letting these thoughts go and embracing the stillness where God's truth speaks, we align with our true self, free from illusions. In this silence, we remember our oneness with God and our divine will, transcending the false world of sin and returning to the reality of His love. But if you've missed the introduction to this section, make sure to click on the video link that will pop up on your screen at the end of this video, or check for the link to section 4 in the video description below.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
Let every voice but God's be still in me.
You're doing wonderfully. See you tomorrow for another enlightening lesson. Quick note before you go. Making these videos is a labor of love, but it's still financially challenging. If you've found value in what you've watched, please consider supporting with a donation. Even the humblest contribution means the world and ensures the continuation of these daily lessons. Thank you for your generosity.
Did you enjoy the video and find it helpful? Please give it a like and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We have a new lesson every day. And if you've been with us for a while, please consider supporting the channel. There's a lot of love behind these videos. Check out the video description for more details.